So good afternoon guys, and today is Sunday as you all know, but make it some fun day with a funny topic, and it is very interesting topic actually. So guys, as you all know, we are running through the animal diversity lecture series, and it is our 9th lecture, and it will be on the Sporozoa actually. We are studying the Protozoa, and we have covered 2 classes, and the 3rd class is the Sporozoa. And you all know what is Sporozoa. Sporozoa are those parasites, those protozoans actually, which has no locomotory organ. As you have seen in Ciliata, what was there? Cilia was a locomotory organ, and you will know in Mastegophora there is a flagella as a locomotory organ, and in the Sarcodana there was a pseudopodium which acts as the locomotory organ. But here there is no locomotory organ in the protozoa. So those organisms which has no locomotory organ and are actually endoparasites. This is very interesting that all the members of Sporozoa are endoparasites. अब parasites में there are 2 kinds of parasites. First one is the ectoparasite and second is the endoparasite. Ectoparasites are those parasites which actually feeds on the body surface. Or the most important example here is the lice. The Jew you can say in Hindi is lice. Lice are the ectoparasite, and here malaria is the endoparasite. Endoparasites can be of different types. That can feed into the CSF in the brain, or can feed in the blood. So it is a kind of parasite which feeds in the blood. It is a blood parasite, and moreover, it is an intracellular parasite. What does this mean? This means that it multiplies and completes its life cycle in the cell, inside the cell. So guys, let's learn about this Sporozoa. It is very interesting animal, and very important facts are there which you should learn and you should know about the parasite. So guys, the main important organism of this class is the Plasmodium. The sole member, which has actually 60 species, and about 4 of them are causing malaria. So guys, we will today study about the life cycle of Plasmodium and the disease malaria. Actually, malaria is very important. It is you can see in the tropical and subtropical regions like India, we are suffering from the malaria disease. Malaria is actually marked by what? The nausea, feeling unwell, and chill fever, abdominal pain, and correct the यहाँ पे spelling, abdominal pain, and secondary type of symptoms are cough and feeling cold. So guys, these are 4 of the symptoms which are marked in the malaria. So about discovery, Plasmodium and man relationship. Actually what happens, Plasmodium is as you all know, is an endoparasite, and it has 2 hosts. So it is digenetic. Remember, Antahiba histolytica, it was what? Monogenetic. It is digenetic, where 2 hosts are there, and the first one is the definite host, actually where it causes the infection. Second one is the intermediate host. So definite hosts are actually called the primary host, and intermediate are actually secondary hosts. In case of malaria, or you can say Plasmodium, we have primary host is man, and secondary host are the actually mosquito. Mosquito, maybe there are 3 types of mosquitoes: Aedes, Anopheles, and Culex. Here Anopheles genus actually is the Anopheles. Genus Anopheles, and basically females are the main intermediate host. Intermediate hosts are also called carrier or vector of the disease. Vector means transmitting one place to another place. So guys, malaria actually is a communicable disease. Communicable disease, it means that it can be transmitted from man to man or can be zoonotic from animal to man. So याद रखो मैम, these students, these zoonotic means from animal to man kind of transmission of a disease called zoonotic. So now next thing here is it is diagenetic. You all know endoparasite, diagenetic, and the third thing is we have learned about the symptoms, how to diagnose. Next comes the treatment. How can we treat it? It can be treated by basically quinones. Quinones are the chemicals. It is asked many times in the examinations. Quinones, chloroquinone and quinolones. These are the actually therapeutic drugs which are helpful for the patients of malaria. So guys, next I'm going to talk about the history, how malaria was discovered and how plasmodium, malaria and man relationship was established. So we will first discuss that, then we will go through the species. So let's learn for the species of the plasmodium which are actually infecting the organism. Let's just copy these things. So guys, plasmodium has 4 members or 4 species. Plasmodium actually is the genus. So it has 4 species which are found to be infecting humans. And the most important thing here is there is a reservoir host. Monkeys can be called as reservoir host or tertiary host. Reservoir host or tertiary host are those organisms where it is not causing infection, but they act as the storage animal. So what happens? The plasmodium is stored there, but they do not infect the monkeys. But what happens when suppose mosquito is biting the monkey and then coming back to the to bite the man, then what happens? It then communicates the disease. So guys, plasmodium has 4 species actually. The first and foremost is the falciparum. So guys, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium ovale. These 4 are species, and all of the organism are round-shaped organism which has cuticle or pellicle, you can say, outside the body, outside the cell. So extracellular margin are surrounded by the cuticle or pellicle. These are actually the substance which makes it susceptible, or you can say susceptible for infection and resistant to the environment which is inside the body of the human. So it has nucleus and many things, all the basic organelles are here. So guys, what happens? Plasmodium falciparum is said to be malignant tertian malaria. So it causes malignant tertian malaria. It means it is a very severe kind of malaria which can be transmitted, which is very fragile and can be transmitted from one man to another. So it is very much of abundance. Second is benign, or you can say static kind of tertian malaria. On the other hand, ovale actually causes mid-tertian malaria. This organism causes quaternion malaria. So guys, these tertian, quaternion actually denotes the timing of fever actually. So guys, these 4 species are mainly found in the tropical and subtropical and also temperate regions where it causes a disease. So besides these, now let's come to discuss the history of the malaria and plasmodium. So what happened? Malaria, as you all know, mal area. Two terms are here which is constituting the malaria term. So term was given by McCulloch. McCulloch. देखो भाई हैंडराइटिंग बहुत सुधर रही है मेरी अब, है ना. Given as bad air. Mal means what? Mal means bad. Area means air. So bad air. Why? Because in past times they were thinking that the foul smell of the marshes actually is causing the malaria. So it was termed as bad air or malaria, and the name was not changed. So what happened? It was discovered by the disease, actually the Plasmodium. Plasmodium was discovered by Charles Leveran. Charles Leveran discovered the Plasmodium first time, and he said that it is causing malaria. So then it comes that which is the host and how the relationship can be developed between the man and the malaria and the Plasmodium. So then the scientist who was named Ronald Ross was actually an Indian army doctor, and he actually established the relationship between man and mosquito. He studied many things like sporozoites and all, and then found that malaria is caused by the mosquito, and man is the definite host. So he was only one who, like in 1948, you can say, you see 70 years after the discovery of the Plasmodium, the malaria was discovered actually. So Ronald Ross and Charles Leveran McCulloch, these three scientists are very important for NEET guys, and also for the ICMR JRF and CSIR JRF. So guys, what happened now? That comes to the life cycle. Suppose mosquito was discovered, man-mosquito relationship was established, Plasmodium was discovered. Now comes the life cycle. So life cycle was given by, or you can say life cycle was described by Short and Garnham. So Short and Garnham were the scientists who actually described the life cycle of the organism. I am going to now discuss the life cycle. It will be very much like in simpler way, and you will learn many things about it. There are actually 4 stages of the Plasmodium, which is actually harming the animals. So guys, let's learn about the life cycle. It is very important. History is very important. Scientists' name are asked, the species name are asked, and concerns like type of malaria which they are producing is asked. Monkey as a reservoir was, you must remember these things. These minute things are very important. Like suppose there are 3 mosquitoes, Anopheles, Aedes and Culex. All of them are causing disease. But you notice that here female Anopheles mosquito are very important and importantly found to cause the disease. So guys, now let's discuss the life cycle. As you all know, mosquito is the intermediate host. So how can it transfer? Actually, suppose this is our skin. Mosquito comes here. And suppose bites at the skin. Then what happens? Through blood, it, now remember, this is sporozoites. Actually, the mosquito carries sporozoites. Sporozoites through blood comes in the liver. In the liver it comes and then starts infecting the liver. Actually, hepatocytes. So hepatocytes of liver are the primary target, not secondary. Hepatocytes are the primary target. Now what happens in liver? They used to multiply. You all know when we talk of reproduction in organism, reproduction can be of sexual and asexual, which is found in the Plasmodium, and sexual is through syngamy, or you can say fertilization. Syngamy is fertilization, no? So syngamy ke through it causes the sexual reproduction. It actually achieves the sexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction is by the multiple fission. It is very important. Please, guys, remember these things. These small things are very important for examination point of view. So it multiplies and forms many. It multiplies and forms many merozoites. Now remember, this merozoite and sporozoite, these two are found actually in the liver. So these types of questions are asked, which is found in the liver and which is found in the RBC, because what happens in man, it completes its life cycle in RBC, first liver, and then RBC. First liver and then RBC. But on the other hand, in mosquito, it completes its life cycle in intestine and salivary gland. Salivary gland is just a reservoir, or you can say a differentiation of the, you will see the differentiation of the sporozoites occur. And in intestine actually fertilization occurs of the mosquito. So guys, let's come here in the life cycle. So guys, these merozoites are now getting matured and they are ready to infect the RBC actually. So what happened? It invades RBC, or enters RBC, you can see. Invades RBC. Now, in RBC, they again will go and multiply. So this again will, I think here it is not visible, so I am coming back. In RBC, it multiplies and forms trophozoite. Very important. Trophozoite. So what can you observe here? You can observe here that mosquito is injecting sporozoite. So sporozoite is what the infective stage, and the pathogenic stage is the trophozoite actually. These trophozoites then matures in the seizones. 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 So guys, seizones. SCHIZONTS. Seizones. These are the mature form of trophozoites, and these trophozoites actually causes the malarial fever. Malaria fever. We'll talk of malaria fever, how malaria fever is achieved and what are the types of malaria fever, how all the species are behaving in different ways in causing the malaria fever. So guys, what happens? Some of the variants matures and transforms themselves into seizones, and some of them are actually producing gametes, or you can say gametocytes. So you can see here that up to here it is men. To men में they are actually dividing asexually and sexually both. Here multiple fission is seen. Here gametocytes production are femtosexually and asexually. Both the kind of reproduction is seen in the men as host, or you can say definite host. But up now again comes, these actually are transmitted by the mosquito bite. Mosquito bite occurs here, and then after mosquito bite, what happens? These are carried out to the now intestine of the mosquito. Suppose mosquito bite and feed animal, the infected animal, or you can say the reservoir in which the monkey like animal or primates comes. So these will go to the intestine of the mosquito. So intestine of the mosquito, this part of life cycle actually denotes the mosquitoes. So mosquito may actually what the sexual type of reproduction is going on. Types of reproduction is going on. So guys, what happens in mosquito intestine? The fertilization occur. Fertilization of these female and male, suppose female and male gametes occur, and this is how the development and the proliferation of the virus. Sorry, proliferation of the, actually corona is going on, virus is dimag mein. So actually the plasmodium proliferation occurs in the intestine of the mosquito, and then again after it's like kind of the division has happened, then it is transported to the salivary gland. So salivary gland of the mosquito are very important, where it acts as reservoir. Actually act as reservoir. And now the form of plasmodium here is called the sporozoite, because these are very much adult form of plasmodium. So adult form of plasmodium is actually called what? Is actually called the sporozoites. These sporozoites through saliva comes again in our body, and the cycle goes on and goes on. So it is called the life cycle. So what happens? The slizones then ruptures RBC and then again mosquito bite occur, and then the life cycle completes. So guys, these are actually the events in the life cycle of the plasmodium. You can remember all the highlights, like virozoites and sporozoites are found in the man, and we see, specifically we'll say in the liver, and trophozoites and seizones are found in the RBC. But only one form of plasmodium, or stage of plasmodium you can say, is found in the mosquito, and that is the sporozoites. So sporozoites are only found in the mosquito. This is very important question, and this type of questions are very much important because they are having a specific kind of characteristic of the malaria. So guys, please remember these things. So guys, I hope you have learned many things in the class, and I've simplified the things, but you can go through a book and you will find much more interesting things. So guys, thank you so much.